Hello, hello. We've got some people joining, and we're going to wait just a minute as folks come in. And for those of you who are familiar with Zoom, if you want to post in chat where you're from, I'm just curious. See how far these spirit circles are reaching. Virginia, I'm in Virginia. Maryland, okay. Canada, fantastic. All right. So we'll get started. I'd like to welcome you to Spirit Circles, Beginner Spiritual Development Circles. We have uh, been doing these Spirit Circles since, I'm going to say 2018, and we took a break during the pandemic. Things got a little bit crazy, and we are getting back into the swing of things, sharing information that you would have tips and tools to be able to work with your own spiritual gifts and developing them in a safe and loving environment. Just a little bit about me, I am actually a web developer, an IT manager, and work supporting the Department of Defense. And so the spirit circles are my way of sharing with others some of the tips and tricks that I've learned to be able to take care of my own well-being on my spiritual journey. And I had just begun coming in contact with non-human entities, other forms of spiritual development about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And because I learned how to take care of myself and my own energy, I was able to do things in my life and got a lot of success with abundance and changing things in my world that I was able to better adapt in society. And I want to be able to share some of those things with you all. But if you are looking for more information regarding the disclosure movement, extraterrestrials, when you go down the spiritual path, I did anyway, you eventually run into um, light beings, spirit guides, and what have you, both nefarious, malevolent, and benevolent. One of my favorite media sources is Dr. Michael Salla, and he has an excellent Twitter feed, and he's been doing some wonderful webinars on the subject, and I recommend his Twitter channel, his X channel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. This class will go for about an hour. We're going to do a quiz to see if you can resonate with the possibility of you being an empath. And we'll also do a meditation at the end if time allows. Christina, I see your hand. I'm going to go ahead and ask you to unmute if you want to share.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm just getting ready, so I wouldn't turn my camera on. But thank you so much for the space. I just had a really quick question. So, I have been explained kind of cognitively the difference between an empath and a clairsentient or clairsentious and empathy. And I'm not sure I quite fully get it. It's just I think I heard you kind of use it interchangeably, and that's why I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm one or both. How does it work? So I'm definitely somebody who can feel other people's feelings, even over great distances, even, halfway across the world. But I'm just not quite sure if I'm able to like receive messages from spirit via feelings. I think maybe, maybe not. I can't tell. Like, do you have tips around that?
You're in the right place for that for all of that information. And I'm going to share a little bit about what a clairsentient is, empathic abilities, and how you can, number one, protect yourself. And number
Mhm.
two, expand those gifts so that you'd be able to use them, number one, to do healing for yourself and possibly healing for others. A lot of empaths do find themselves, when they get on the positive side of their emotions, are able to help others. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, so I'll definitely stick around for the presentation. I mean, I was going to, but I'm excited for it now. Even more
Yay! Okay, good.
excited.
All right. I am going to share my screen. Okay. Can you all see I feel? All right. So these beginner spiritual development circles are designed to be able to create a safe, loving environment that people who do have a sense that they have spiritual gifts, oftentimes they are not comfortable sharing because of the ridicule that we may get in society. So this is designed to be able to create a safe space to get your questions answered. And although I may not be the subject matter expert on all things spiritual, I have some excellent resources to be able to point you in directions. And as we go forward, if there's anything that I share that may make you feel uncomfortable, these are just ideas for you to try on, kind of like a jacket. And if it doesn't feel good, then just take it off and move on and see if there's another tip that may work for you. Marcia, I'm looking at the notes and you asked, can you spell his name for us? I'm not sure who I may have mentioned. So to speak about these different senses, we have many different senses that help us to cope in the world. Claircognizant is that ability to be able to just know things. These often are channels. The ability to be able to see is called clairvoyant. These are often mediums who are able to see into different dimensions. Clairaudient are those who are able to hear things that other people cannot hear into other dimensions. Clairolfaction, your ability to smell. I've had some clients who have been able to smell like cigarette smoke that had them believe that they were in contact with one of their relatives that had passed. Clairaugustance is your ability to taste. Those are the people in the world. We love these people. They're our cooks. They're the ones who create things that are absolutely delicious. We have that as a spiritual sense too, I believe. And the one we're going to talk about today is clairsentient, your ability to feel, that you are picking up on the resident frequencies of people, places, and things. And one of the things we're going to talk about in this class is your ability to discern between whether or not it's something that you are feeling or that you are picking up that somebody else is feeling. Where I have this visual of the chakra energy system. This is how I was able to get in touch with these different senses and have an excellent exercise to share with you today that John Holland, psychic medium from Hay House, had shared with me in one of his books. And I use it as I go into the work environment. When you go into public places, you often pick up on the energy of others. And I'm going to show you a technique where you'd be able to protect yourself when going into public places, the work environment. I work at the Pentagon. I'd love to sage the whole building, but I need to take care of myself because I can't really change things in my work environment. Your psychic reception area regarding this particular sense is primarily your solar plexus area. This is where you are bringing information from the spirit world down through the top of your head, and it comes out through the center of your body when you're in flow. Those of us that are healers, it also connects our healing energy to our hands. This is, Christina, I see your message. I work in public service too. Yes, I totally got where there are different vibrational frequencies in the world that we want to protect ourselves from in order to keep our spiritual well-being intact. This particular psychic sense, you may be aware of it, where when you are talking to somebody and you want to give them your complete and undivided attention, you turn towards them. If you are in contact with somebody who may be a negative Nancy, a Gabby Gossip, an energy vampire, you want to turn away from that type of energy. You may even want to excuse yourself. If you're at a party and you're talking to somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, this person's like majorly complaining, just turning that energy center away, and you may even want to excuse yourself. I've done it before where I just wasn't able to handle the frequency of somebody I was talking to, and I just said, hey, I need to use the bathroom. So I was letting myself out of an uncomfortable situation. I also mentioned, if you're looking for books to read, You Are Psychic by Pete A. Sanders. He talks about soul shifting. It's an excellent book that you would be able to get information and different tips and tricks of other energy centers that you have as well. Your solar plexus is where you may primarily feel the energy of others. Through your skin is another way you may be able to pick up on energy frequencies of things. When it's out of balance, it feels like things are out of control, that you are filled with anxiety or overwhelm or despair. Again, identifying if it is yours or if you are picking up on somebody else's. When you have this energy center that is active and energy is flowing, that you have that experience of happiness, of joy, you like radiate, people are attracted to you. An empath is somebody who, like I said, picks up on the energy of others. And you may have had this happen where a complete stranger will walk up to you and just start talking to you and share their entire, life story, because you are aware of your vibrational frequency and that it vibrates high when you are in the flow of all of your energy systems. Okay, so we're going to take a quiz. I'm going to stop sharing for just a minute, and I'm going to, 1 second. Go back and get the link. I'm going to share a link in chat that you would be able to have a handout from this class. And in that handout is a quiz that we're going to take. Copy link. Stop sharing. And in chat, I'm going to post this link. And see if you can download that document. And we're actually looking to turn to page 5. Oh, look, I didn't message everybody. Hold on, let me do it again. Sorry, Marcia, I'm going to try again. Okay. Can everybody see that link in chat?
So
Yeah.
I'm getting an error message for the document. I'm gonna try to download it.
Okay.
Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
I'm gonna try, whoops, I'm gonna try the link in my browser window, see if it works. It opens up as a PDF, but you're not able to open the document. Let me try another way. Let me see if I can upload it in chat. Can't open. All right. See if I can upload it. File. I'm gonna try from my Google Drive. Nope, that didn't work. It's asking me to authenticate in order to share this file. Connect. Almost there. And choose anyone with the link. Okay. Can you check in chat to see if you can download that document now?
It says access is restricted by the administrator for me, and I can't do anything. Can't click. It's just yeah. Is there a Google Doc? Is it a Google Doc? Maybe that's because if it's a Google Doc and you have it public access, you can just
Let me do it that way. Yeah, because I can go right in there to my G Drive and share that. Good idea.
Oh wait, Marcia, you were able to download it. Okay. Yeah, literally I don't even have anything to click on. But I am on my phone, so that's why.
I'm going to give you another link. Copy link, manage access. Any with the link, copy link. Okay, there's my G Drive link. Whoops, I did it to just Razzie. Let me do it to everyone. Razzie, I did see your message. Thank you. Okay. And checking in if everyone is able to download.
Yeah, working for me.
Okay. Worked for Nikki. Rosie, if it's on your phone, you should still be able to download the second link, the Google Docs link. And if you type in your email address, I can email it to you after the class. And I do have the questions. So I'm going to go through the questions. And basically, you're just looking to see if you resonate with any of these statements as an empath. The first one is you're very sensitive to your surroundings. You easily sense or pick up on the vibe of a person, place, or thing. And this is just for you to make note whether or not you resonate or not. Number 2, you use the words I feel when you're having conversations with people. Ozzy, you got it. Great. Number 3, you can feel the presence of spirits. 4, you have burst into tears or had fits of anger and are not sure why. That's you picking up on other people's emotions. Number 5, your emotions may change suddenly when you are around other people. 6, you tend to avoid confrontation or discord and often find yourself trying to be the peacemaker in a situation. 7, you tend to keep to yourself so as not to feel and thus react to the emotions of others. Some of us may even self-medicate. That was one of my issues. And in understanding my own psychic gifts, I was able to break free from alcohol. I've been sober for about 7 years, and it's through doing this work and understanding our spiritual gifts. 8, for somebody who just joined, if you want to check in the chat, I shared a handout that has a quiz, and we're on page 5, and we're going through the questions just to see if these resonate with you. Number 8, you've often been told that you're too emotional or too sensitive, sometimes causing you to dim your own self-expression. 9, you don't attend social gatherings, and if you do, you may sit in a corner by yourself, avoiding the crowd, just because you pick up on negative vibes from people and some really strange feelings. 10, when people are in pain, you can actually feel it in your own body. 11, you find it difficult to watch any type of violence or distress on TV or social media. If it involves animals, I don't want to watch it. Lassie, I couldn't watch Lassie. I guess I'm dating myself there. Number 12, you feel uneasy, uncomfortable, or overwhelmed when in large groups or public places. Number 13, you can feel the energy of things like computers or vehicles or buildings, everything being consciousness. 14, you tend to pick up on the feelings of others and then possibly project them back to the person without realizing what you are doing. 15, you can feel the presence of spirits or feel something odd when you are in a place where a spirit might be. 16, you are often the first person to sense when something isn't right or unsafe, or there is danger for yourself and your family. 17, you may avoid certain movies because of their content, such as violence, suffering, any animal stories, because of the drama and emotions that they produce. Disney is great in doing this. That's how they make their money. And these movies are designed to trigger you, to have you have certain feelings. 18, it's very easy for people to hurt your feelings. You may find yourself the victim of physical, emotional, or verbal abuse. 19, you prefer to work in careers that allow you to help others, whether it's animals, people, or nature, nurses, doctors, veterinarians, healers. If you're in the metaphysical world, there are healing modalities such as Reiki, integrated energy therapy. There's quite a few of them that I am certified in, and you're excellent at these because of your intuitive sense of being able to feel. And then 20, you're a natural healer and are often drawn to holistic and spiritual practices. Now, you may not have gotten a yes on every single one of them. Razi, I got it. Yeah, everything except 19. You prefer to work in careers. Okay, you're not crazy about hospitals and whatnot. Marcia had 7 of them. Yep, definitely an empath. You're definitely clairsentient. And what I'd like to share with you is if these do resonate with you, this may be one of your gifts. And if you can find which one is your strongest and want to develop your psychic senses, go with the one that works for you. In working through understanding your clairsentient gift, it helps to develop your other senses as well. Your clairvoyant sense, your clairaudient sense, that all of these gifts start to develop as you focus on the one that you resonate with the most. Our cognizance is my strongest. Christina, thank you for sharing that. Jamie says almost every single one. Let me scroll up a little bit. Christina, you said everything except the ones with spirits. You and I both. I have been in old homes. This is a home that's 123 years old. And intentionally, I don't want to see spirits. And I have asked them that. I do not want Archangel Gabriel showing up in front of me, giving me a message. It would scare the bejesus out of me, right? So as far as the spirits interactions go, I know that I don't see spirits. And that is my request also, that they will honor your request. So if it's something that you feel uncomfortable with, working with the universe and sharing that, I'm just going to look through my messages here. Okay. And Christina, I think I saw your hand raised again.
Yeah, you actually I want to echo exactly what you were saying. It's exactly the same thing for me. Even from a young age, I don't know where I heard it or maybe just like intuitive, but I just yeah, like learn that they have to play by the rules, and the rules are you have free will, and if you say no, leave, they're not gonna bother you. They can't. And so I've been just doing that for a long time, but like yeah, I just wonder. So I probably cut myself off from it, and if I like allow it, I probably would have that ability. But yeah, I echo you as well. Like I just find it really disturbing, and I just want to preserve my peace. Yeah.
So something that you shared there, I just want to touch upon and share with everyone. This is a planet of free will, and you can ask if things become overwhelming, the information that's coming in, you can say, okay, slow down. I had watched Dr. Stephen Greer's press conference back that he did in 2001 about extraterrestrials. Scared the crap out of me. And I had to tell the universe, okay, whoa, this is a little bit too much for me. I need to understand a little bit more about what's going on, do my own research. And for about 2 weeks, I didn't get any kind of book recommendations or webinars or anything. And then I was ready to open up again. And I said, okay, I'm ready to learn a little bit more. And I started getting, somebody would recommend a book or a webinar would come through my email box that I believe consciously that the information that I've received over the past 6 or 7 years was in alignment with my spiritual journey. So you can ask to be able to receive information on any area that you're interested in. And if it gets too much and you're overwhelmed, you can say, okay, whoa, wait a minute. This is a little bit too much for me. I just need things to slow down a little bit. And they will honor that. So great question. Razi, what about aliens? Different ones would visit me every night, tried blocking, but it doesn't stop them. So I am aware of some techniques that you may be able to use. So at the end of this call, I'm going to share with you some services that I provide. And if it's something that you would like for us to spend a little bit of time with one-on-one, we can absolutely do that. I am becoming more and more aware of people who have had experiences. Awakening is an excellent book by Mary Rodwell. that you would be able to understand a little bit more about what may possibly be going on and how to deal with that. Okay, so now that we've identified that you do have these senses, what I want to share are several tools that you would be able to use. Number one, to raise your vibrational frequency. My understanding is the higher vibration that you align with, anything below that, they can't see you. Extraterrestrials, they vibrate higher than we do. So I think that may be why we don't see them on everyday life. We're in 3D, they're in other dimensions. Um, Raising your vibrational frequency is one way to be able to start feeling better. Identifying when you are feeling any kind of anxiety, overwhelm, stress, and being able to shift into another thought pattern that's going to raise your vibrational frequency. And we'll talk about a little bit about those today. Okay, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. Okay. And I divided these into two categories. When I was putting this class together, and like I said, I had this class was actually planned for September of 2020, and Facebook took the class down. And I had a sense that, maybe I had done something wrong. Since that time, I have become aware that maybe I was actually onto something. And it did take me a couple of years to be able to get back into the swing of things. What I wanted to share with you today is while I was reviewing my information from that class, I upgraded it because what I wanted to identify was, yes, there's things you can do in your home. This is I shared with you a 123-year-old house that I bought at the end of last year. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm looking to be able to have spirit circles here. But what was there for me was I ran into a situation at work that made me feel very uncomfortable. And I know how the spirit world works with me. I know how the universe works with me, and that there's things for me to learn. And I wanted to be able to share with you things that you would be able to do in the workplace, specifically if you come in contact with something or someone that doesn't feel good. Okay, so home environment. Whoops, let me go back. Home environment. Being able to create a sacred place in your home that you would be able to practice raising your vibrational frequency, getting into a good feeling state, and maybe even connecting with your higher self or your spirit guides. And we're going to talk about an upcoming class where you'd be able to make a stronger connection to yourself and your spirit guides. In your handout, you have some information about tools that you can use. When I started understanding my own spiritual gifts, my partner said, "Hey, Regina, you might want to go see this medium and take some of her classes." And so I did that and started understanding energy at a different level and how to protect myself. First thing I did was went and bought a crystal. I bought a black tourmaline crystal that is identified as being able to protect you from negative energies. And from there, I started understanding sage, for example, is something that you can use in your home that helps to eliminate the negative ions. The smoke actually brings any negative ions down to the out of your space. Incense, I'm burning incense as I prepared for this class, helps to expand your crown chakra and bridges that connection to the spirit realm. Essential oils, I don't know if any of you use essential oils, but that's another way. It's that clear olfactory sense where you are breathing in and raising your vibrational frequency using essential oils. Candles. It has that focus and intent. Marianne Williamson, she's running for president. She's actually a well-known author, and she uses a candle when she is looking to have clarity and focus on a particular area that she's working on. I use candles all the time. Plants. Being able to have plants in your environment raises your vibrational frequency. They're very cleansing for the air that we breathe. And the house that I have now, it's filled with plants. When we do our channeling class, we have a channeling class that we're going to do in December. One of the things that Oren talks about is having 2 plants and 2 crystals, that you're able to sense the energetic frequency of those items when you're doing your first couple of channeling states. And journaling. So one of the things that you can do when you are connecting with the benevolent ones, your spirit guides, archangels, is journaling. It's something that I do on a regular basis. Number one, it helps me get clear about my own feelings and emotions. And number two, I can get guidance and wisdom. The thoughts come through that I get ideas on how to be able to handle situations. I have a kitty on this page. Dr. David Hawkins has a book called Power versus Force and Letting Go. Both of those are excellent reads, and talks about the vibrational frequency of your pets. They vibrate higher than we do. If you're not feeling good and you have a kitty cat, putting that kitty cat on your chest, they actually vibrate at a level of about 475 to 500. And that in and of itself will help to raise your vibrational frequency. I'm just going to stop sharing to see if there's any questions in chat. I think we're good. Okay, I'm going to go back. Okay. I had mentioned, oh wait, I do have some chats. Oh my gosh, Christina, you're right. Often the kitty will come to you. Pets feel. They are empathic as well. They know when you're needing some love. They absorb negative energy too. Yes, they raise your vibrational frequency. You are also possibly aware of when they are not feeling well, when they are sick. You can pick up on those kinds of things. Yep. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Music obviously raises your vibrational frequency. Guided meditations, we're going to do one in our next class in regards to channeling, journeys. The spirit guides that I work with who have connected me with my own guides have some journeys that I'm going to share in our next upcoming class. If we have time, I'm going to share this one where there is information coming through channels from non-human entities that we are able to receive information from. Some of them that I've been working with are the Arcturians, the Palladians. This particular meditation is from the Ashtar command. I also hope to be able to do spirit circles on Venusian energy, some of the Venusians that I've been working with, as well as Sasquatch. Sunbo True Brother has an excellent book series called Message to Humanity from the Sasquatch people, that they are benevolent beings. I guess there's good and bad in all, right? There's good and bad humans, there's good and bad Palladians, there's good and bad in all different types of species. And I want you to be able to know where to get information on the benevolent ones, because there's going to be possibly more information coming about the different alien visitors that are living among us. If we have time, I'll share this at the end. So, work environment. When you go into your workspace, like I said, as much as I would love to burn sage at work, I'm not going to be able to do that or light a candle, but I do need to be able to take care of myself. When you are starting any kind of project, you know, for your computer, you can do a reboot. Well, your connection to your own emotions, you can do a reboot with 3 deep breaths. I have read that we as human beings are shallow breathers, and that if we do more deep breathing, that helps us connect with the spirit world. I was on a webinar with one of my psychic mediums, and one of the guests shared that she was aware that it's actually our breath that connects us to source energy. When we don't eat, we can survive for a couple of weeks. When we don't drink, we can survive for maybe a week or so. When we don't breathe, we're dead within minutes. So the breath work that you do in taking 3 deep breaths will help to reset any situation and have that connection with source. That's one technique. Crystals. When we were first doing spirit circles, that was one of the most popular classes that we did was on crystals. And I would love to do another one and may do that. Crystals are actually metaphysical tools that hold memory. We use crystals in our clocks. We use quartz crystals in our computers. The crystals that I have been using, I have one, if you look at the picture, there is a pink rose quartz crystal. I take that with me in my suit to the Pentagon, because if I am in a situation where somebody says something or somebody does something that has me, you know, not quite resonate with that negative vibe, I have a clear quartz crystal in my pocket, a heart crystal that reminds me of Christ consciousness, that we're all part of this Christ consciousness entity, or at least those of us that are on this call, light beings, that I can tap into, okay, who do I want to be in this situation? If Jesus Christ were standing right next to me, how would he be treating me in this situation? Christina, I see a hand raised. I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. And if you want to unmute yourself.
Yeah. Sorry, just very quickly. I've always wondered, how do you know? So I'm also interested in buying crystal, like the black tourmaline, that everybody keeps telling me about. I'm just concerned about fakes. Like, how do you know how, or like what are some things, like maybe, but
Yeah,
okay, buying from credible sources, but like how would I be able to tell if it's fake or
great
not?
question. And I would recommend that you go to a good crystal store. I wouldn't necessarily buy them online. I've never bought crystals online. I know you can, but if you go to a good crystal store, where are you located? Are you in Virginia or Maryland?
I'm in Canada, Montreal.
You're in Canada. Okay. Do you have any crystal stores, metaphysical stores around where you're at?
Yeah, we're really like a good, like vibrant city, so I think I've actually seen some, but I've never thought to seek them out. I tend to shop online. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Going to a crystal store because they are bringing in crystals. Brazil is one of the more prominent because everything is so psychic down in that area. Going to a good crystal store, being able to understand what you are looking for may also help when you're going to buy crystals. The first time I walked into a crystal store, I was overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my gosh, too much information. What do I need to be able to feel better? What I can do is take for action that we put together that crystal class. We have the channeling class in December, so it may not be till January. Absolutely putting together a crystal class that you would understand the different metaphysical properties of crystals. One easy way for you to be able to get a good sense of crystals is the chakra energy system, the
Mm-hmm.
colors. will also
Okay.
help you in the realm of crystals. If you are looking for something to expand your heart chakra, or you are looking to be able to do any forgiveness techniques of yourself and others, greens would be great. I show in my picture, I have a blue crystal that helps me when I am doing speaking engagements. If I'm doing a brief, using blue for the throat chakra. The crown chakra is going to be your clear quartz crystals connecting to source. I've heard that these are the most pure as far as retaining memory. And in the crystal class, we will look at doing two things. Number one, clearing your crystal, that it removes any energies. You might have had, people handling the crystal, not just shop workers, but however that crystal got to that shop, clearing the energy of the crystal. And also imbuing your crystals with intense positive affirmations that they vibrate higher than we do as humans. And if you're having a rough time with a situation or a person, crystals will help to raise your vibrational frequency. Like I said, I have two crystals. I shared with you two of them that I carry with me in the Pentagon, just because if I am tripped up by anything, I want to be able to reach in and touch those crystals. Does that answer your question?
Okay, yeah, so go to the crystal store, and maybe what I would do is I would just go and find some black tourmaline and just like take it in my hand and see what happens, see how that feeling is, and then if I ever order something online, try to gauge um if it has the same effect to spot any fakes.
Possibly you would, especially if the online purchase is for that particular crystal. The black ones are going to protect you. The clear ones are going to enhance your connection to the spirit world, including another popular one is amethyst, to be able to open up the crown chakra. If you're looking for protection, the blacks and the reds also help with grounding in connecting with your root chakra and your connection to Mother Earth.
Amazing, thank you.
Mm-hmm. What types of crystals are good for singers or songwriters? I would say the blue ones. And I don't have any names of crystals in front of me, but I'm thinking lapis lazuli is one that I know enhances and embellishes that throat chakra where your energy is coming through. May even be crystals that help to balance any of the other chakras that might be out of sync, because in my mind, singers and songwriters, they use their heart when they are singing their throat chakra, and being able to please spell it. Thanks. Lapis lazuli. Yeah, I might have to real quick. If you are looking to be able to identify crystals, if you go to, I'm just going to share an easy one, images.google.com. If you go there, lapis lazuli. You can, I'm going to share my screen. You can type into images.google.com with any type of crystal. I've also been able to identify what a crystal was. If I had a crystal, I was given a crystal that was brown with black specks in there. You can go in here and you can type in crystals with brown and black specks, and you'll get a whole list of them. And you may be able to identify a crystal just by typing in the description into Google Images. I'm going to stop sharing. Did I answer your question? Okay. Yes, thanks. Okay, I'm gonna go back to sharing and look at the time. Okay, see if we can get through the next couple of slides. Okay, so this is something that I would love for you all to be able to take away as a tool, as a tip for you today. When you are feeling uncomfortable or overwhelmed and you are in the proximity of somebody else, I want you to ask the question, is this mine? I shared with you that I recently had an experience with somebody at work, and they were very angry. They were confrontational. It was almost like they wanted to pick a fight with me. And I caught myself responding, and I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I got up, I excused myself, and I went to the bathroom and I checked in with myself. Is this mine? And when I looked at my actual chakra energy system, when I listened to my body, there wasn't those emotions in my body. And that's when I knew it wasn't mine. And what you can do is hold out your hand in front of you. You don't have to do this in front of the person. And when you are in contact with somebody that is a negative vibrational frequency, you can say, return to sender. Hold your hand up and say, return to sender, and send the energy back towards that person. You do not have to take on anybody else's energy. We have hard enough time as it is being empaths because of all that we feel, but identifying whether or not it's yours is key, because you may not have to deal with somebody else's stuff. If you find that it is yours and you actually have some anxiety inside of your body somewhere, I have a technique called the peace process. I learned it from Christian Michelson, and it helped me to understand my own body. Louise Hay has some great work where she actually identifies if there is a body part of yours that you are feeling uncomfortable. It may give you a sign that there is an emotional reason behind it. Heal Your Body, Heal Your Life is an excellent book by Louise Hay that I use in my coaching sessions. With if you have shoulders, pain in your shoulders, that may be a identification that you're carrying too much responsibility on your shoulders, and you get to look from that place where you might be able to get relief in your shoulder pain. Is there might be things for you to change in your life. So asking that question, is it mine? If it's not, put your hand out, return to sender. If it is yours, then doing the peace process, scheduling a call with me. If you go to my website, spirit1234.com, there's a list of sessions that I offer, and we can work together on identifying where that angst is coming from. It may even be something from your past that's coming up in this, day and age that you want to be able to take a look at and heal. Okay. Rosie, I'm reading your notes. Thank you. I'm so glad you're enjoying this. Yeah, I wish somebody had told me this stuff like when I was in my teens. Shoulder pain too. A lot of us women are carrying a lot of responsibility as we go through this transitional shift that Mother Earth is going through. We're the light workers. We are the ones that are taking things on and being able to practice self-care. Okay. I'm sharing a chart. Am I sharing my screen? Can you guys see a chart? It has the word omega at the top, different vibrational frequencies. Oh, Rosie, thank you for that clarity. I appreciate that, and I apologize. Okay. What is your happy thought? When you are feeling uncomfortable, anxiety, depression, looking for that next higher vibrational frequency is all you're trying to do in that moment. And this chart is another source from Dr. David Hawkins. It's in a book called Power versus Force, where he identifies that the different emotions that we have actually have different vibrational frequencies. When you are feeling sad or grief, you're vibrating at one frequency. When you are happy and full of joy, you're vibrating at another frequency. Identifying your happy thought can possibly help you pivot from any kind of distress that you are going through if you're having difficulties with a partner or somebody in your work environment. Going for that happy thought that you are able to be in control of your own emotions. And it's not always easy. And sometimes you do need support. And that's where you can absolutely reach out to me and schedule a call with me. And identifying what it is that you're looking forward to in your week ahead. This is something that I do when I wake up in the morning. It's like, okay, what is my happy thought? What am I looking forward to? The protection process. This is the one that I learned from John Holland, psychic medium. I'm looking at chat. Nikki says, I get confused with the return to sender. If a part of me is choosing to absorb, it is a belief I have. So should I go towards the belief that would make me match this energy? I don't always feel good after return to sender, but I also don't know if it's just guilty for returning. Understanding that the people around us are often mirrors. So if somebody says something or does something that doesn't feel good to you, there might be something inside of you that you want to look at. However, it isn't something that you have to process right then and there. The situation that I shared with you at the Pentagon, where somebody was being confrontational with me, I was trying to teach them something, and they were responding in a negative way and were verbally abusive. It's like, okay, I just need to disengage because I didn't want to respond. I didn't want to return the energy that I was feeling from that person, didn't want to return it back. So discerning whether or not there is something for you to process on your own. The return to sender, there isn't anything you can do about anybody else. As a healer, you can't even heal somebody else. You can absolutely create the space, and they are the ones that actually do the healing process. And if you want to talk more about it, you can absolutely set up a call. We're going to do a raffle at the end for a psychic session that somebody would win today. You're welcome. Okay, so the protection process. This is a very powerful process that I learned, and I do this when I am going to go into the office. Because there are so many people in the office, and I am aware that I pick up on energy. You know, somebody can have an argument with their wife right before they come to work. I can pick up on that kind of stuff. You guys might be able to too, picking up on the energy of others. This is a technique that allows us to pull our energy in so that we aren't able to feel the emotions of others, and we're able to stay in a safe, balanced place. This technique is involving each of the chakra energy centers, and I normally start at the very bottom, imagining the energy from the universe, calling it back to you that you may have dispersed, calling the energy back to you with the root chakra, if we start there, calling it back to you and just envisioning like a swirling ball of energy, even about, I'm going to say 10 feet wide around you, that's red. And then envisioning the next size of a 5-foot red ball of energy and bringing it towards you. then a 3-foot ball of energy. We're still dealing with your etheric body outside of your physical body, bringing that energy in towards you. Then as you bring that energy in towards your actual physical body, you might be able to envision a red basketball, just that vision of a swirling vortex of energy that's red at the size of a basketball. Bringing it in even smaller by envisioning a softball size ball of red energy. With my root chakra, I often keep the softball size intact, and then I'm going to go up to the next energy center, my sacral chakra. This is orange, envisioning my energy coming back to me. And again, I bring it in steps, a 10-foot ball of orange energy around me, and then envisioning a 5-foot ball of orange spinning energy around me, bringing it in a little tighter, a 3-foot ball of orange energy around me. And you kind of envision it going inside of your body, an orange basketball sized ball of energy, bringing it in even tighter to that softball ball of orange energy. You can bring it in even tighter, baseball size of orange energy. And then even a golf ball size of orange energy. You're not closing your chakra, you're just keeping it in very tight. Take your awareness, your imagination, and go up to the solar plexus. This is your yellow chakra energy center. Call the energy from the universe back to you, bring it back, and do it in stages where you envision that 10-foot ball of yellow spinning energy. Now you go and envision a 5-foot circumference ball of spinning yellow energy. Bring it in even tighter, a 3-foot ball of spinning yellow energy. Now a basketball size of yellow energy. Even smaller, a softball size of yellow energy. Your energy center even tighter, the size of a baseball. Take it one more step and envision a golf ball size of yellow energy. You're still keeping the chakra open. There's still energy running up and down your body, but it's the size of a golf ball now. Take your awareness up. We're going to do the heart chakra. Your heart chakra. We're going to call all of your energy back to you. Anywhere where you might have dispersed any kind of love or forgiveness, we're going to pull that energy back and envision a 10-foot circle of green energy around you, completely circumferencing you. Now envision a 5-foot diameter ball of energy around you. Bring it in even tighter to a 3-foot ball of spinning green energy. Now a basketball size of green energy. Bring it in even tighter to the size of a softball, this green softball size spinning vortex of energy inside of your heart chakra, your heart center. Baseball size is the next envisioned shape. And pull it in even tighter to the size of a golf ball. Your throat chakra, the next one up. This is your communication, your ability to speak your truth. We're going to protect yourself when you're going into an environment. So I want you to envision that energy, that blue energy coming back to you. You're calling it back to yourself from the universe. Envision that 10-foot ball of blue energy around you. Bring it in even tighter, a 5-foot ball of energy. Bring it in even tighter, a 3-foot ball of energy. Now envision a basketball size of blue energy around your throat. Bring it in even tighter to the size of a softball, spinning, undulating blue energy. the size of a baseball. You're contracting it and bringing your energy in, even to the size of a golf ball. You're pulling your energy in. Third eye, your clairvoyant sense. We're going to pull in this indigo ball of energy, calling it back from the universe back to you. We're going to have a 10-foot indigo ball of energy, pulling it even tighter, 5-foot ball of energy. Again, your third eye, you're envisioning this 3-foot ball of indigo energy. Pull it in even smaller, a basketball size of energy. That third eye indigo color now constricting to a softball size of energy. Bring it in even tighter, the size of a baseball. And again, one more time, bring it in even closer to the size of a golf ball. For your crown chakra, I don't bring this one all the way down this tight. I do want to keep it open. Let's call that energy back to you, your crown chakra energy. Just envision this 10-foot ball of clear energy, spirit energy coming in, a 5-foot ball of clear energy, might sparkle a little bit, it's undulating, turning, even a 3-foot. So I normally keep my crown chakra no smaller than this. I want to keep that connection to the universe. I want to keep that connection to source energy. I want to be able to continue to get information and downloads. And what you have is your crown chakra is still open. You have your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra. These are all golf ball sizes. Your solar plexus, golf ball size. Sacral chakra, your root chakra. If you remember, we kept that about the size of a softball. You are now protected in that you don't have your energy senses wide open and you're able to go into environments in public, concerts, your work environment, anywhere where there are other folks that you would be able to feel calm and connected to source energy and Mother Earth and not necessarily pick up on other people's energy. Softball just for the root. And this is where you, as you become aware of your own energy centers, you're able to expand and contract as you need. I shared with you that blue might not be something that you want to take to a golf ball size if you're getting ready to do a presentation or a meeting. You may want to keep that one open. If you're doing energy work, you may want to keep your heart chakra open, your solar plexus open, as wide as you feel comfortable. You're bringing energy down from source energy through your crown chakra, through the center of your body, and that is going out your hands to do any kind of healing work. So you get to see what size you want your chakra energy centers. And doing this energy technique, this is actually a clairvoyant gift because you're imagining these colors in your body. You're able to go into places and not feel triggered by picking up on other energies. Okay. Any questions about that one? The book that I got this from, I think it was either Born Knowing or Bridging Two Realms by John Holland. All of his books are great as far as developing your psychic gifts. Okay, so I'm going to go to our next slide. So as you begin to understand your own body and your own senses and start to practice these techniques of self-care and well-being, you may then want to be able to create a connection to your higher self or your spirit guides. I've been working with two light beings called Oren and Dabin for about 10 years, and they have guided journeys or guided meditations that help you to deal with any situation in your life. Our next Spirit Circle is in December. If you want to learn a little bit more, you can also go straight to their website. It's orendabin.com to be able to see their journeys. They have two channels who've been working since the 80s. They have both passed away within the past year. Sanaya passed away in December of 2022, and Dwayne passed away in August of this year. And they are putting together the Oren and Dabin Foundation that people can still enjoy and participate in these connections with these light beings. Time is really not linear, beginning, middle, and end in the spirit world. It's nothing but now. So when you connect with Oren and or Dabin, they are still able to send you vibrational frequencies to help you make connections to your higher self, your spirit guides. It's been absolutely extraordinary how much help that I have had in dealing with these meditations. And it's just listening to the meditations in the morning when I get up in the morning. If I am upset or pissed off at somebody, it's like, okay, what do I need to clear? Who do I need to be in this situation in order to have us move forward? And this is my last slide. What I would like to share with you as you become aware of the energies around you and protecting yourself, and also doing healing work when you do feel any kind of angst inside. You are the ones that are transforming the world. You are the teachers. You are the healers. You are the mystics. You are the psychics. You are the ones that are quite possibly the light beings, the star seeds. I recently read a book from my Venusian guide, Commander Valiant Thor. There are 10 million of us on the planet right now, and they may not know who they are. Rosie, I'm reading your notes. Someone said that they believe that heaven and hell surrounds everyone. Do you believe that to be true? What I believe to be true is that there is this God consciousness ether that we live in, and that we are creating our reality. So if we are experiencing joy and happiness, we're sourcing it, we're creating that. If we're experiencing negativity or depression or sadness, we may also be creating that. I will also add, as far as heaven and hell surrounding everybody, there is this God consciousness ether that we're part of. Does that doesn't quite answer your question, I know, but I don't necessarily think there is a hell of sorts, but that we create situations where we are attracting vibrational frequencies of that same essence. When I was struggling with alcohol before I even understood my spiritual gifts, I can see that alcohol was contributing to the negativity of situations in my life, and those negative situations kept reoccurring because I kept creating them. Okay, so being able to get on the positive side of your emotions and connecting with source energy, amazing things begin to happen. Okay, so we're going to do a raffle for a free online session with everybody in the group. I am actually going to use. So I want you to think of a number. Stop sharing for just a second while we do this. This is fun. Okay. Think of a number between one, tarot cards go up to 20, 21. So think of a number between 1 and 21. I'm going to shuffle. And I'm going to pull a tarot card. And the closest person to the number is going to win. So I'm just going to pull out a card. Okay, here's my card. So type in chat a number between 1 and 21. And if you're intuitive enough to read it with your psychic senses, a few people with 7s. If it's a 7, then I'll gift both of you. Any other votes? Into it, 16 and 18. 8. Okay, the number is, dun, 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 dun. Did everybody vote? Oops. 10. Anybody vote 10? I think 8 is going to be our winner. Congratulations, Rosie! You get a one-on-one session with me. And what I'm going to do is private message you with a code. And if you go to my website, spirit1234.com, you'll see a list of services that I offer. And I'm going to message you with a code that you could sign up for one of those at a time that's convenient for you. Okay. There's a code. And if anybody is interested in talking any more about anything that we have talked about, you can absolutely schedule a session. There is a spiritual mentorship, spiritual development and mentorship session that I do, where we can talk about just about anything. If you are struggling with any kind of addiction, be it alcohol or anything else, sugar, drugs, anything, I absolutely want to make time to be able to support you in understanding how you can take better care of yourself, that you might be able to break free from any kind of debilitating, nefarious type of self-harm, especially with the alcohol industry. Those sons of, they are trying to get you to spend your money. They know it's addictive, and they're going to do everything they can to sell you that poison and take money out of your pocket. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who consumes alcohol, there's anything bad or wrong about, nothing bad or wrong about it. I'm saying for me, it was debilitating, and I saw that I was not allowing myself to feel, and I would self-medicate. And when I got to see that, and when I got to understand how my body works and how I am actually able to feel on different vibrational frequencies and what to do about it, then I was able to break free, and I was able to get clean, and I was able to help others. The next one in December, great question. I'm going to give you the link to the meetup.
Greetings, my beloved. It is I, Lord Ashtar, along with the entire angelic kingdom. We are here for another message that I feel is a timely one, and that I feel is one that is necessary to come through for all of you now. I'd like to talk to you about what's going on your great planet. In other terms, other than the virus and the vaccine, and all the dark order that is seemingly rolling through. Fear not, for I'd like to talk to you about the other things that are also going on your planet. And I'd like to make this channeling video. It is important to share this with you, for I believe it will uplift you all. you feel that all of you out there really need just a kind word, a sweet song. All of you out there really need a boost in your energy fields, something that is good, that can be told and said to all of you. Not such darkness, always, that's seemingly rolling out on you and seems to be all around you. For this is false, my beloved. Today, along with the angelic high kingdom, we see a lot of sadness, we see a lot of forlorn faces, we see a lot of you that are in a lot of pain, and we see a lot of you that actually cannot believe what is rolling out, seemingly upon you and to you, but not just the virus and the vaccine, but the fact of the impact of what is actually done to you. And this impact is going to be felt for quite a while. But fear not, I'd like to tell you some good things, some great things that are also going on your planet. I'd like to tell you some greatness that is happening to all of you right now. I'd like to speak about the angelic realm, oh my dear friends, for just a few minutes. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about how they became so important in this here journey of your ascension, which is inevitable, and how they are really elevating each and every one of all of you every day. Call out to them, they are there. Think of them, they are there. The archangels of the horizontal, of the vertical planes, all the angelic realms are so very close to the earth realm at this time, more so than ever before in your earth history. For now, you not only have 2 guardian angels, you have between 5 and 9, and each guardian angel that is within you, around you on the outside, has a specific job. Each guardian angel is taking care of a different action that is helping all of you on all of your journeys. These guardian angels are here to bring you peace and joy. These guardian angels are here to see that all of you roll through this as quickly, as efficiently, and as painlessly as you can. These guardian angels are here to help you with your dialogue, with your guides, and with your angels to really open it up. And these guardian angels are here to wake some of the collective up that is still not awoken. Fear not for them, for they are all on their own journey, and all will be right with them for their ascension at the right time. The angelic realm has a different purpose as well, for the angelic realm is not only these guardian angels and your angels that are around you. It is not only the ascended, we're going to say, the archangels and the different groups of angels, as there is a hierarchy that goes up oh so very high, more than you've been told. These angels go from the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th dimensions, and they all have different collective purposes that they gather together to produce an outcome or an event for the divine good, and they all have the highest vibrating love and light. Some of you are working with these angels right now. They are pure consciousness of divinity and light, and each angel, as a separate angel, has a love for you, an unconditional love for you as well. For this time that is on your planet is also a biblical time of sorts. You do have 144,000 or thereabouts angels currently in human form, in a human force, we're going to say, working on the planet. These 144,000 angels represent the divinity that is on your planet. They represent the light that is on your planet. They represent the light that is carrying you all forward on the fourth and fifth dimensions of your journey. And they represent what is really happening on your planet. Feel them, think of them, know they are there. These 144,000 angels came down to help switch this planet to that of light. These angels have done that. The call went out. They have raised their swords along with all of you, great children of light. You have switched this planet to that of light. It is unstoppable now, despite what you may be being told by your mainstream information sources. From now on moving forward, the light is gaining on your planet, but every minute, every hour, every day and every week. It is gaining, dear ones, like a snowball, rolling down the mountain. Your planet is being immersed in light, great, great angelic light. The dark does not have an option to stay on the planet as it did before. So hold light for them too, who are being dehoused, who are being forced to change their ways, leave the planet indefinitely, or return to basic consciousness to begin again. Hold no fear for these ones, my beloved. Hold no anger, for they too have played their part, and an important one, in your ascension. The dark reign does not have a chance to stay, and those who are not of the highest divinity and light are being forced to make a difficult choice for them. And those that are still so very dark, playing out these dark games, those in human form, also do not have a chance to stay on your Earth planet any longer. For when it is their time and they do cross the veil, they will go somewhere else. So your planet is rolling forward to be one of only light. There will be no dark down the road, dear friends. There will be no need for fear. There will be no sadness, no scaredness, no anxiety, no lack, only abundance. We are sending you such love. We are sending you our blessings, and we are sending you our light. Even though you may not see us with your earth physical eyes, we are there, always. Call out to us, for we hear you, every word. And prepare, for soon is coming a day when we shall be there by your side in person. I, Lord Ashtar, send this message to you with love and blessings.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That was really beautiful. I really love that. How do we like, because when he was like, oh, 144,000, I was like, wait, am I one of them? I'm definitely one of the 10 million. Definitely know that. Yeah, like, is there a meditation? I'm like, wait, hold on, am I one of the 44,000? And I might be.
You might be.
How would I go about knowing that?
I actually do have a resource that I can point you to. Okay, this is it. So this is a resource in my channeling journeys where I discovered some folks who work out of Mount Shasta. It is the Summit Lighthouse group, and they have information regarding Ascended Masters and also the 144. So I'm going to send those in chat to everyone.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. I'll check that out.
Okay. Okay, so thank you all for coming. Rosie, I look forward to seeing you on your one-on-one session, and hopefully everyone will be back in December and we'll work on channeling your higher self or your spirit guides. With that, I wish you all a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have
Thank
a great
you.
month. Bye.
Bye-bye.